fourth graders. We are going to be talking about the cause and effect graphic organizer that's part of your Shiloh binder. It's important that we realize that authors create situations in books so that we can see that an action has an effect on something else. It's how it keeps the story moving. And it's important for us as readers to identify what was the cause of a situation that happens later. If you look at the top of the sheet, it gives you an example and the definition of cause and effect. It says an action or development in a story is the cause. The result of the action or development is the effect. Find some examples of cause and effect in Shiloh and record them below. And I would actually like for us to start right now at the end of chapter 9. I know that you have all read through chapter 9, and many of you have already read chapter 10 or are going to be reading chapter 10. But I would like to go up to chapter 9. And the example that I am going to give you happens right at the very end of chapter 9. Leading up to this, we know from at this point that Marty has stolen Shiloh from Judd Travers. Even though he promised that he would bring him back, we know that Marty makes a very hasty decision and decides to keep him and then has to hide him. And he hides him out in the woods. His mom does know, but his mom is also keeping a secret from their father, because their father, we know, Mr. Preston, is very, he sees things as black and white. He is not going to let Marty have that dog because he believes it belongs to Judd Travers, because it does belong to Judd Travers. So we have this situation going on where Marty is hiding Shiloh out in the woods. His mom does know, and they're at home, and all of a sudden at the end of chapter 9, Marty hears Shiloh yelping in the woods, and his dad does as well. And so his dad runs out there and finds Shiloh being attacked. Marty and his dad both find Shiloh being attacked by this large German Shepherd. And that's pretty much how that chapter ends. Let's talk about cause and effect. So on your sheet, I would like for you to fill in these top 2 blanks. So I'm going to give you a cause, and then I'm going to give you effect, and you're going to write this in. So I would like to take that last situation. The cause, well, let's just talk about the effect. So the effect in this whole situation is that Shiloh is injured by a German Shepherd. So that's the effect. What was the cause of that? Well, the cause of that was Marty took a dog that wasn't his, hid Shiloh in the woods in a kennel. I guess you could call it a kennel, right? Like a pen that he just made out of scraps that was not safe and that would not have protected Shiloh. Shiloh gets attacked by a German Shepherd, but think of this. Shiloh could have been attacked by a wolf or a coyote, anything that would live up in the mountains. So Marty, remember, is not making wise decisions. And the effect of Shiloh being attacked by the German Shepherd, that's Marty's fault. Marty shouldn't have taken the dog in the first place and kept him in a unsafe kennel. So why Shiloh is injured is because Marty does not provide a safe home for Shiloh. Many of you may be thinking, well, Mrs. B, that's a better home than what Judd Travers was giving him. Maybe. Okay? That's something that's up for debate. Okay? Yeah, we know Judd Travers was not treating his dogs, including Shiloh, correctly, right? He was abusing them. But Marty hiding him and keeping him in the woods was also not protecting Shiloh. It was putting that dog in danger. So the author brings this in so that we as the reader have now this dilemma, right? Now all of a sudden we realize we may have been on Marty's side. We may have said, yeah, Marty, good for you. I'm so glad that you took that dog away from him. But now we have to step back and say, was that really a wise decision? Because we don't know until you keep reading in the story. We don't know what's going to happen to Shiloh. He's injured. He's been attacked by a German Shepherd. I don't know if you know the difference in that. A German Shepherd's a very large dog. A Beagle probably weighs about 30 pounds, somewhere around there, give or take, like 5 pounds each way, depending on the size of the Beagle. A German Shepherd probably weighs anywhere between 80 and 90 pounds, maybe even more than that, depending again on the type of German Shepherd. So you have a dog that's 3 times the size attacking Shiloh. So that's cause and effect. Now, what I want you to do as you read chapters 10, 11, and 12, I want you to fill in for the remaining blanks. So I want you to come up with another cause and effect, another cause and effect. So in other words, 2 more situations that happen in the book that you can identify in chapters 10 and 12. And we're going to talk about this on our May 5th Zoom reading meetings that we're going to be having. So make sure that you finish the sheet after you have read through all of the chapters. So chapters 10, 11, and 12. And then fill out that sheet and have it ready for next Tuesday for May 5th Zoom meeting. Thank you, 4th graders. Bye-bye.